You went behind my back. And then you go to Miranda's ex-husband's house and create this whole scheme to get inside and talk to him about how potentially he could be the father.
Ryan, you need to understand that I tried to do this for like the best.
Let me speak, Tiffany. It's my turn to speak. After countless times that we had the same discussion about my paternity test that I did not take, after you questioning me several times about whether or not I am the father of my daughter, sticking your nose in my business when I tried to keep you out of it, tried to protect you from it, tried to not get you involved and just focus on our relationship, you do this behind my back. A scheme right out of a movie, faking car trouble and get just to talk to him, just to have someone be on your side when you're supposed to be on my side.
That pisses me off, Ryan. That really pisses me off that you stand there and say something like that I'm not on your side. Because I am on your side. The reason I did all this was to try to make your life easier, to make you try to confront something, to just prove to you that things should be out in the open, because I just know the truth. You say I don't love you and I'm not on your side yet. The only reason that I ever questioned anything was because I can tell when you're different, because I know you that well. In the short time that we have dated, I know you that well. I know your little tells. I know your little signs. I know when something's bothering you. And the second that you told me that the paternity test was off, I knew that you had gotten the results in. I'm not stupid. I was just trying to help you. I am on your side.
You are? You are on my side, Tiffany? I know we're in a relationship. I know you're my girlfriend. But from where I stand, doing things behind my back, that does not make me feel like you're on my side. Makes you feel like you're against me. I asked you to let it die. I said, let's focus on our relationship. I did my best to change my behavior and try to be happier in a time where all I want to do is ruminate about where my daughter potentially is. I made an effort to be a better boyfriend for you, and you repay me by sneaking around. Right after I stuck up for you against my uncle when you said you weren't sneaking around in his house for those paternity test stuff that you found in the drawer. But now I know the truth behind that story too.
You make me out to be the devil, when there have been people in your life who are blood that I know have done far worse to you. And here I am just trying to help. Here I am just trying to find the truth. That's all I care about. All I care about. It's the truth. There should be no lies between us. You shouldn't have to keep anything from me. I was just trying to bring it out of you.
If I told you that I did not want to involve you with my daughter, that I said that I would stop looking, and that you and I could focus on our relationship and nothing else, nothing in my personal life, none of my baggage, none of it, then that should have been enough. But for you to keep bringing up the truth and you harping on it, then there's nothing that I can do to make you happy. And I am done trying.
That's where you're wrong, Brian. You have this habit of sizing people up and thinking that you figured them out. And you do mansplain at times. You sometimes explain myself to me when you really don't know anything. Because I am happy. That's your problem in relationships. No matter what the other partner says, no matter how happy they say they are, you don't believe them and you just dig and create more problems for yourself. Instead of enjoying a moment, all you ever do is ask, what's wrong? This and that. Like, I am happy.
I believe, just like everybody else that I have dated, you were happy at first, but then you realized what my life was and it was too much for you. And that's fine. What's not fine is that you tried to lie to yourself, but more importantly, you tried to lie to me. And you know, Mildred, she told me to try to just get you to ease off it, you know? try to make you believe that I'm not, that I am Charlotte's father. That would have worked for me. I would have tried to do that if I wanted to stay in a relationship with you. But now, it's pointless. I'm done.
And you're just not like getting why I did that.
Again, let me speak. I am sorry that I made you cry at times. I am sorry that I lied to you a couple times. And I'm sorry that I wasn't more upfront with how much my life affects me mentally and the toll that it has taken on me. I'm sorry that my ex-girlfriend, Miranda, took my daughter from me and turned my life upside down. Sorry that you entered into a relationship that you had no idea was about to be chaos. But with all that being said, I don't want to be in a relationship with you anymore. I don't want to try to make you happy anymore. I don't want to pretend to be something that I'm not. And I sure as hell don't want to talk about whether or not I'm the biological father of my daughter. Go be happy with someone else. Maybe someone who went to college like you, who can fit in with your family, who doesn't have a dramatic bone in his body and no baggage and no kid, nothing. It's okay. I don't take any of this personal because I know that I'm broken. And you know how I know? Because people before you told me. And I thought you were different. I thought you'd be able to handle all this crap, but you can't. So get out of my life.
So that's where we are in our relationship. That's how you talk to me. I don't know how we got here, but you're literally standing a few feet away from me. And those are the words you say, that's how you speak to me. And you say you love me, yet you talk to me like I'm an adversary. No one talks to me like that. I can't believe we're here doing this.
I tried to have a nicer tone because I know that you do bad with the bad tones. But now I don't care. I'm the bad guy. Yes, I always have been. I have nothing left to say to you.
You know, I'd hate to say it. These will be my last words to you. You sound just like your uncle.
If you're saying that to hurt me or piss me off or get me upset, I've heard a lot worse. Goodbye, Tiffany. Not to make you feel bad, but just know that I did love you, and that I did have hopes for us, and that I did imagine you holding my daughter and taking care of her when I got full custody, eventually. Well, all that's down the drain now. I will find my daughter, and I will be taking care of her, as she's going to be the only woman in my life. But enjoy your next relationship. Hopefully they're squeaky clean with no issues. Not even a headache for you. I hope.
I remember every single time that Mom didn't support me with something. Remember when I wanted to play baseball in school? She didn't support me. Remember the first girl I ever wanted to date? She didn't support me. Remember my marriage with Miranda? Whole time didn't support me. On the day of our wedding, you remember? What did she do? Without even the Reverend mentioning this part, she took it upon herself to stand up and object at your wedding. The Reverend didn't even say, is there anyone who objects? She just did it. Exactly. There have been so many times in my life where I can vividly remember the disappointment and rejection that my mom gave me. You too, Gabby. I remember you wanted to play drums in school. She said it was too masculine. Yes, I understand everything you're saying, but I just want to know, what are you getting at here with all of this? You know, where are you going with this? I'm getting at, and I'm not trying to be a disrespectful son or nothing like that, but we all put up with Sal, that lunatic, right? Dude, straight from the 90s, living in an old school Brooklyn mentality. And now, she wants to date Brian's uncle, Jonathan Montgomery, Mr. Seventh Heaven turned evil. After all this man did, disrespected mom, all of that, she's dating this dude? And I'm supposed to support it? You're supposed to support it? There's two sides to every coin here. Yes, we can be the type of kids that she has that are a pain in the asses and can critique her back and do the eye for an eye type thing, but I think that it would be more mature and healthier as a family if we kind of just take the high road, because we can't become those people who tell their mother who she can and cannot date, even if we don't like the person. This is life. Newsflash, in families, you know this, a lot of the time families don't like who we date. We can tell her who to date. One day, hopefully, she lives to 90 something years old, and we're going to be taking care of her. Or I'm not putting her in a home. Okay, I will take her in my house, and I will take care of her. Hold on, now that you're with Melissa, is she going to be okay with you taking mom in your older years and her older years? You know, have you cleared that with the girl that you're supposedly spending the rest of your life with? Does she know? Hey, it's not up to my partner whether or not I can take my mom in when she's old. Don't ask my other audience. Don't ask TikTok. Don't ask Instagram. Ask the moms on Facebook. They will tell you. You were supposed to take your mom in when she's old. You're not supposed to put her in an old folks home. Beside that, where are you going with that whole spiel? What was I getting at with? Right. One day, you and I are going to have like, what's that phrase where you're like, power of attorney over her? Why not just expedite it a little bit with this? Why not invoke our power of attorney and say, hell no, you're not dating that dude, ma? Because this ain't right. I'm supposed to be planning a birthday party for this woman. We're going to have him sitting at the table? Okay, but Joey, let's not forget the elephant in the room here. Mom doesn't want a birthday party. We've been down this road. I really still don't think that it would be wise to do that. You know? I thought we hashed this out. Gabby, my sister, my little sister, we're getting along, but with this, everything that you've said thus far has been a rejection of what I'm saying. Why can't you just... You're not upset about her dating this man? Again, Joey, I understand everything you're saying. I don't like Jonathan Montgomery. This is a ridiculous thing to happen to our family, for her to be dating this man. 100%. I don't disagree with you and I don't like it, but as a woman, I don't like being told who to date. I don't like being told what to do. If I had a son, if I was mom and I'd been through a divorce and been trampled on by a bunch of men, the last thing that I would want to listen to is my son telling me who to date. You don't want to become one of those men in her life that start to treat her like you're a dictator. It's not a woman thing. It's not about gender. It's about knowing that your parent is entering into a relationship with a very toxic individual, and you have the chance to stop it. You have the chance to protect your parent. It's not about like being a man and telling your mom you can't do this, that. No. I'm just trying to look out for my mom. I don't want her entering into another toxic relationship. I want her to be happy. I wish she would date like some fancy, smart lawyer who swoons her and just wants to pay for everything and take care of her so I can sleep at night. Now I gotta worry about this man putting her in a freaking grave or something. I don't know. I don't trust him. He just seems like one of those dudes that wind up on Dateline. At the end of the day, you already tried talking to her though, and it didn't work. So what's the use? Why keep trying? Just let her, unfortunately, find out on her own. I did try talking to her, but now I'm making it about gender. She don't want to listen to me. Maybe she'll listen to her daughter.
Every night before bed, I look at pictures of you. I have them in a folder in my Google Photos. I have to restrain myself because of just how beautiful you are. And I tell myself one day, we will be in person, and the temptation will no longer be considered temptation, but it will be allowed. I just needed you to know how passionate I am about you. That you have someone in the world who idolizes you in a way. Not in the sense of like a false idol or anything like that, but my God, just looking at photos of you, I don't know what it is. You're like statuesque. You're an indulgence for me. Well, that's incredibly nice to hear. It's lovely to know that in this very big world with billions and billions of people, I have someone who is so in tune with me. It's a feeling that I can't describe. Did Salvatore say things like that to you? Or is it just me? Did anyone who you've dated in the past say things like this to you? Because for me, it's coming from a real, genuine place. I can't explain what you do to my body. Well, you may have an inquisitive mind. Passion will do that, I would say. But I will also say that everyone I've dated throughout my decades are in the past. They don't matter anymore. They're just ghosts to me. This is true. I guess because I'm a man of God and I tend to fixate on the biblical texts, which obviously have taken place in the past. I tend to apply that to my other parts of my life and fixate on that. But can I ask you, do you feel it all the same? I know you're attracted to me, but are you on the same level that I am in terms of attraction? I don't know if it's the distance, just hearing your voice on the phone and kind of having that forbidden fruit where I can't see you yet. Do you feel anything similar when you think of me or potentially look at pictures of me? I most certainly do feel the same way about you. Maybe even more so. I'm just on the shyer side about speaking those things into reality. It's hard for me to put my passion into words, if that makes sense. So I asked this the last time and I'm gonna ask it again. Annette's gone. She doesn't live here anymore. We haven't spoken. We've spoken through lawyers. When am I going to get to see you? Because I every night is a battle to not give in to temptation when thinking about you. And please don't mistake this for all just lust and physical stuff. It's the mental part, your personality, who you are, that is the most attractive to me. 100% there is something special about you, Mill. There is a reason why this show was built around you. There is a reason that people gravitated towards you. Even in your most toxic moments, you are a magnet. Well, I have good news. The red tape, the red velvet rope, all of it is lifted. You and I can see one another whenever we want. Really? So you told your children that you're dating me? We can be in person now? Yes. I told them I ripped the Band-Aid off, and as expected, Joey wasn't that happy, but we can meet whenever you'd like. Well, my God. Christmas has come early.